Let's turn to the Bush tax cuts, which are also becoming a big issue, the Bush tax cuts for the wealthy. The Obama White House is now saying, end the tax cuts, and these are the tax cuts for the top 2% of all households in America. You can save $678 billion, and it won't hurt the recovery. Governor, if you're serious, as you say you are, about the deficit, don't you have to do something?
To reduce deficit spending and our enormous debt, you rein in spending, you cut the budget, you don't take more from the private sector and grow government with it, and that's exactly what Obama has in mind with this expiration of Bush tax cuts proposal of his. His commitment to let previous tax cuts expire are going to lead to even fewer job opportunities for Americans, because it's the job creators who will be taxed. The fewer dollars that they have to reinvest in their own businesses and hire more people, the worse it is for all Americans. So, no, you know, here again, the Obama administration and the Democrats in Congress, they're all wet on this idea. It's idiotic to think about increasing taxes at a time like this.
But, you know, they would argue, look, the economy did just fine during the Clinton years. The rates on the top 2% would be restored to what they were during the Clinton years. The Republicans keep talking about being deficit hawks. This is $678 billion you're not going to pay for. They're saying you're being hypocritical. I say you, I'm talking about Republicans.
Yeah, no, this is going to result in the largest tax increase in U.S. history. And again, it's idiotic. And my palm isn't large enough to have written all my notes down on what this tax increase, what it will result in. Let me just go through a couple of things that I want people to be aware of, because, you know, the spin coming from Gibbs in the White House, you're never going to get the truth out of their messaging. But Democrats are poised now to cause this largest tax increase in U.S. history. It's a tax increase of $3.8 trillion over the next 10 years, and it will have an effect on every single American who pays an income tax. Small businesses especially will be hit hardest, and small businesses account for roughly 70% of all of our job creation in this country. So raising taxes on these employers is the worst thing that can happen.
Can I just ask you, what do you have written on your hand?
$3.8 trillion next 10 years, so I didn't say 3.7 and then get dinged, you know, by the liberals saying I didn't know what I was talking about. But these higher income tax rates, though, it's going to result in things that people aren't understanding is a part of this. The reinstatement of the marriage penalty tax, cutting the child tax credit in half, higher investment taxes, capital gains taxes increasing 15% to 20%, qualified dividends, those taxes going up, elimination of certain exemptions and deductions, and a phasing out of personal exemptions.
Okay.
We could go on and on and on about what's a part of this expiration of the Bush tax cuts.